end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year back in week 2. And it was the Giants with a road victory, so they'll look for the sweep here in MetLife Stadium. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
God damn, he put his name up before that.
It's Barkley on the counter. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Throwing is Kaepernick on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down.
Definitely about to scroll something on this man.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 7.
What the hell my screen look like this?
When it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, this shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Oh, Aaron Donald threw that.
First interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all. That's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
I definitely tried it.
This is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Kaepernick. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Colin Kaepernick, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits. Not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there.
a spike, you gotta hold circle or hold square.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Look at a running back. He's wide open.
On second down, here's Barkley.
What play was that? I like
Only
that.
a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
But when you go from second to 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense.
Oh! Here come those Rams. I ain't going away without a fight.
From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Being chased out left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5.
Oh my goodness.
And this will be off the right upright, but he banks it in. A high degree of difficulty there, but he gets it to go. And that will
one
make it
tag, that's
10-0.
EMB. You can get right there in trouble for not posting your screen and shit.
Yeah, that nigga strict on that shit. I like it.
This will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
I respect it.
Like, bro,
some of them straight.
Bruh actually be going and watching people's strings and shit without you having to say
They're
nothing.
ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Ball, Ramsey out there.
Winston's throw complete there to Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Nigga scored 91 on me when I high five. I got the ball.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz.
That shit,
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to
That's
pull
that
that
nigga
one
bars,
in.
bro. He be
Couldn't
whooping
hang on
everybody.
3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big
It's
third
hard
down
over
coming
there.
up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And the Giants will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. So after the INT, it's Kaepernick. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought
Man, the
down.
commissioner
So
that
run
half
play,
league,
and they're already just shy
that nigga
of
told me to
midfield.
it's janky, but he told me to play my game because I could still make the playoffs after I told him nigga he had a force win. Feel like, bro, you can still make the playoffs. I'm giving nobody no damn force win.
And he can only
I'm
manage
like,
to get a
okay.
couple. Second
don't
and 8
matter,
coming
though.
up.
I ain't think I
didn't
even
know
know
that.
that.
I was
He
like
gave me
5
a
and
voice
7.
and I ain't even seen no credit in one time. He's just probably trying to get anybody who
The
knows
last
active.
run got a couple. Here's second and 8. Barkley, toss play left. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. 43-yard line.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Hold on, let me see.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. And they'll run for it with Barkley. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs.
I should have got 3 straight runs and kicked the goddamn field goal.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? Because he had enough confidence in himself. And that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day. It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
Niggas ain't blocked Bobby fucking Wagner.
On first is Wentz.
Jesus Christ.
He gets it to
He's standing right over the center and got a free run into the backfield.
Still going. They can't stop him. And they'll get this down to the 10. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. Washington,
yeah, tell them get
big.
big.
To the red zone
good block.
far.
Who was
They've
that?
got a first and 10 from the 10.
That was Marvin Jones. Good shit, bro.
Wentz now to throw. Looking
I didn't go.
Thomas
I just
in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas, his 5th touchdown down on the year. And Washington able to make this a close game again.
Y'all thought I was bullshit when I said that?
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is down to the field
it's like little
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
It's about flavor to that one.
Nah, I don't get the one with nicotine.
Return from deep in the end zone.
I just get like a flavor. It's like flavored water.
As he is dropped at the 23.
Yeah. Like you smoking a hookah, basically.
Pretty much. Been a minute
The Giants
since I hit
offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And
well,
last time
surprised
out,
that Mari was smoking with the boys
turned
out
it
there in
over, gave him great
California.
field position, turned into
Who?
6 points.
Mari.
They've got to recover here, Charles.
Well, he said he
Amazing
knows
what
just
a decision can do in the chain of
he had
events,
just
right?
took it.
The decision to go for it on 4th down.
I mean, the only way they can test you back to back to back is if
I've
they
got
know
confidence in you guys.
sure.
Go pick it up for
Other
them.
than
Didn't
that,
happen.
it's
Also
like
showed
every
confidence in the defense.
3 months
They
or
didn't
so.
pick up their end of the bargain.
Yeah,
So now they've got to come back out and start over and
that
rebuild
program
their
is
confidence.
Again, powerful running. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
Come
And
on,
this is going to be
That's
intercepted.
me. I threw it too late.
Able to get there and pick it.
Ain't no fucking way.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he will
Ain't no
bring this
fucking
one
way,
back. It is a pick six.
This shit, I would have
Washington
watched
touchdown.
Yeah, quarterback. But I ain't had no choice. I came in this league
So
late.
from one end
I ain't
zone
do no free
all
agency,
the
no
way
nothing.
to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
This nigga overthrowing
Excitement
everybody.
that play generates for
This
his
nigga
team,
overthrowing
not just the points
everybody.
on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that
Yeah,
distance.
that's a good
but he
pass.
made it.
And the
All right, let me
decision to
stop
bring it out,
bullshitting.
not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
Blocking on
And
the
I think all
screen.
you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Jonathan Allen forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
Damn, Phil.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
He 1-10. He did his sports loss in all his shades.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business.
He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves,
he's still up there. He's just on the bench.
Possibly, they're still thinking about the first one, and they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
To throw again on second down, Wentz. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. To throw is Wentz. This will be caught by Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage.
And he takes it in.
All right,
touchdown,
let me quit the bullshit here because I'm about to lose to a nigga that's 4-12.
Touchdown number 15 of the year. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
Goddamn wood. Look like TJ Whitehead.
Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
All right, Cap.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Somebody please block Bradley Wagner. There you go. Put a fucking hat on, man.
They'll get this out to Barkley complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting.
Jaguars might be sneaky good this year.
We can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. To throw is Kaepernick. This one goes out wide for Barkley. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for them.
Touchdown! It's complete. Darius Slayton in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Gano the extra point, and the lead is down to 4.
Bro, he falls victim to that shit every time. Stop throwing drags.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half.
What defense you be running to stop that shit?
And that one will bounce
just hard flat, hard flat, but I just like take away that.
At the 25.
the hard flat to take away the little short drag, but you know how they run that little tight end over the back end. You just got to play that. And every time he see me cover the tight end, he goes short and throw a pick.
Out there, set and ready for this
And
next
play the
drive,
opposite
the
side of the tight
Washington
end and just
offense.
pick him up when he come
And with
over.
5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. A final shot before half for Wentz.
Ooh,
And that's going to be
man.
incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Please, bro.
Second half starts with a run by Gibson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Wentz going to throw. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl. Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. It's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Oh, come on, man.
And he'll work it across
I can't
midfield
stand
inside the 45.
break more tackles
44 yards rushing for him now. He's
Saquon.
only carried the
They
ball
don't know
4
who they
times.
is.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. These two teams met at MetLife Stadium earlier this year with the Giants winning that one. So they are looking for the sweep here at MetLife. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Wentz. Open man is Samuel, complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
He caught it. I should have just went for the fucking
around the
kick.
10-yard line.
Normally on 3rd
All
down
I
and
did
short
was try
yardage,
to
you're
back
thinking of
that
throwing to your
motherfucker
tight end.
down.
It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
That
So
is
not
tough.
quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll run with Gibson. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Gibson again. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you...
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now
Come on, bro.
urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that leads you to bigger errors.
He ain't even up there.
Kaepernick again here on 2nd and 10. It's caught by Funchess. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
8 yards on the pickup.
On 2nd down.
Bruh.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded
That's
like
the
a
shit
lawn
that pisses me
chair.
off. When I can't even
This will
run
be a loss
to
of
the side
3,
of my
and now a
best
much
lineman,
tougher third down
and he ain't got
moving.
no superstars over there.
Now Kaepernick. Flushed out right. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Kaepernick now on first down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Well, that nigga having a game.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Kaepernick. And this one complete right side to Funchess. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick.
Bruh,
He's
ain't
gonna
no.
be
Come on,
intercepted for the
Cap.
3rd time thus
Cap, you
far.
gotta be better. Come on,
Picked
Cap.
up
The
by
nigga
Troy
is open.
Apke, the 20.
I don't care.
And he will
That
bring
is
this one
ridiculous,
back. It is
bruh.
a pick
He's
6
wide.
for a
Cap, what
Washington
are you
touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception,
really?
return for touchdown. Door closed, locked,
This nigga is
reinforced.
tripping, bro.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
This nigga Cap is really tripping.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard, but that is not the case as we play
Ain't no
on
way
here
he
this
just caught
4th
up with
quarter.
Kadarius
And
Toney.
all the way down to the 37. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 22-yard line. Again, they'll throw with Kaepernick.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
To throw, Kaepernick. And he will find his man on the outside. And the Giants are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Colin Kaepernick, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about play. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 38. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful.
Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Hey, 91.
Kaepernick now to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's Daron Payne with a sack that time. Well, we've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley. His 25th touchdown, tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Giants have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Gano the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time on the catch and run. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now they'll throw it. Wentz taking a shot for Samuel. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
The tackle made at the 3-yard line. A pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
I'm telling y'all where the play is going.
A 3-yard touchdown run. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
What the fuck? Overthrew so many people.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Here's 3rd and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack. Kaepernick to throw. Connects with Slayton. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Now Kaepernick, got to have this one.
Oh my goodness, yo. He's going to be the death of me when it comes to the playoffs. I'm about to do nothing but run the ball in the playoffs.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
How is he just overthrowing everything?
2nd down coming up.
Yo.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football.
This nigga Gibson just breaking
Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. 84 yards rushing for